It is time for the ultimate winter wash and fun with foam. This is Nick at Night. I am Nick, your host of the Detail Co. High pH soap, low pH soap, neutral soap. We're going high, we're going low. We're gonna neutralize the soap. Take a look at this Subaru Legacy. It has not been washed in at least a month. From what I can tell, it looks nasty. It's winter time, there's been snow. I'm lucky enough to be able to foam in my garage, so that's what we're gonna do. Why do we use high and low pHs? We wanna break things down. We wanna utilize different chemistry to break down what's on the paint, to break down and remove the minerals, and to ultimately leave a neutral pH at the end. I've shown the exothermic method with DIY detail products. I also believe you could just use some rinseless wash here. There are times to use every system, and then there's times to just have fun with it. We are going to foam on the hard wash. Then we're gonna foam on the acid wash, and then we're gonna wash with the neutral soap. Let's get into it using Detail Co.'s soaps for the foam rinse foam method. If we're gonna do an ultimate winter wash, I'm gonna do iron remover from House of Rags. It's Age of Iron from Detail Co. actually is the house brand. Just spray some iron remover on all the wheel faces here. This is to break down whatever's on your wheel before we foam. Hopefully leave a nice creamsicle look once that foam is on there. So a little bit of iron remover or a lot of bit of iron remover, you know me. Hit all the wheels, then we'll go for the foam. While the iron remover is dwelling, I'm now using my hard wash, my high pH, right? And you can see the purple coming down off the wheels. We love to see that. We're gonna foam now with hard wash at a 10-to-1 dilution. So that's 100 milliliters in my 1,000 milliliters of water in the foam cannon, or I think I put about 3 ounces of hard wash in here in the foam cannon. You can do the math. Now, let's enjoy the foam. Is that an amazing visual or what? I love the foam here with 3 ounces in the foam cannon. You might say it's a lot of product, but so far the foam aesthetic is quite nice, and you can see I missed a little spot there. So don't forget to get every spot covered. The beauty of the foam rinse foam method is you don't need 2 buckets. You just want to foam it on, remove the grit, right? Just let it cling, let it emulsify, let it break everything down. You can hear that plop plop. Look at that thick foam. And I know that high pH is just working on what needs to get worked on this paint. Then we're gonna rinse it off safely. No contact washing yet. A lot of people will just foam and wash. No, we're foaming, we're rinsing. Then we're gonna go with the acid to neutralize the pH. Then we're gonna go with a neutral wash. So we will not touch the paint with our wash media until we have foamed, rinsed, and then foam for extra lubrication. So we're gonna leverage the chemistry, we're gonna leverage safety before we touch this paint. This is a great time to do it in the winter time when you're dealing with all the salt on the road. Obviously you can do a nice decon in the spring. But as much of this as we can do touchless as possible before we touch our paint and risk scratching it, that's kind of the idea here. Again, there's so many ways to skin a cat, folks. The foam rinse foam is fun. So far, I'm keeping everything from my stuff. It's gonna go through that garage door hole. We're foaming in the wintertime inside, and life is good. I don't know why, maybe it's because this foam was so thick and it's been on here for like 10 minutes, but I love this stuff. I love the cling, the time. The smell is really nice and neutral. All right, foam rinse foam. Now we're gonna rinse this off the paint. We're not even close to being done yet. I'm enjoying this. Hope you are too. Always point your pressure washer away from the car, even if it has one of these like little rubber guards on it, because I've had this fly off so many times. Sometimes it's hit the car. We never want that. Point your pressure washer away from the car, folks. Just a reminder to my future self when I'm using my Ego cordless pressure washer, it takes a lot more gallons than I thought. So I'm gonna probably have to refill in the kitchen before I finish this foam rinse foam. but I've foamed, I've rinsed. We're gonna foam on the acid wash. You're seeing some slight hydrophobics on the hood. Nothing crazy though. It's not looking great on the hood. And the sides, I've completely lost hydrophobics. Do you see how flat that is? This is gonna happen in the winter when minerals totally clog up your coating or your clear coat, whatever's going on, we need to address that. So I'm actually really hopeful that this acid wash, once I get it on there and let it dwell, that it might actually help restore some of that water beading and neutralize the minerals there on the paint. So this is kind of what it looks like after the foam and the rinse. Nothing really in the way of hydrophobics. I know we haven't done a contact wash yet, but this is the truth that this paint is revealing right now. Let's get the acid wash on and see what happens from there. It's a nice day out here in Utah, so I'm able to open the garage, let some of that steam dissipate, kind of dehumidify with some fresh air. We're doing acid wash now, so 100 milliliters in my 1,000 milliliter. I filled it to 1,000 milliliters, put 100 milliliters of acid wash or 3 ounces in there. I think the math adds up. If it doesn't, that's the way I did it anyway. We're gonna put the acid wash on now, praying for the hydrophobics. Stand by. You know, this lays down a little bit thicker. It's less sudsy, but it's nice and thick. It's blanketing the surface. I can tell something's happening and it looks different, at least from a chemical and reaction standpoint, than the alkaline. So it's kind of cool to see the difference. I don't quite know how all the chemistry is working here, but I can trust I'm seeing something different visually. And so we're hoping, we're crossing our fingers. The Detail Co boys gave us a great system. Again, the surface looking very clean, but no beading whatsoever. It's all sheeting. So let's see if we can bring back some hydrophobics. And I want to let this dwell. I want to let the acid, you know, the acid wash really kind of penetrate the pores, give it as much dwell time as I can. I'm out of direct sunlight, and I'm just hoping that that dwell time will react on the surface and do what it needs to do for whatever's on my paint. I absolutely love seeing this dwell time, and I absolutely love using the perfectly safe brush from DIY Detail. If any of these products look amazing, use promo code NICKATNIGHT, that's one word, NICKATNIGHT. It'll save you 10% off at the House of Rags. It's just a way to say thank you and like show support for what I'm doing, for what the House of Rags is doing. But anyway, do what you want. Just enjoy this process if you'd like. So I have the perfectly safe brush in, and now we've got their neutral wash in there. I put 3 ounces in my bucket. I've got a lot of suds going on in here with my perfectly safe brush. Now I just want to agitate in. I want to agitate in the acid wash, right? I feel like with DIY Detail water spot remover, one step we do is we agitate in that acid-based product. So that's what I'm doing here, right? And I've foamed and I've rinsed and I've foamed. So I'm gonna dunk my brush after every panel, but I'm not worried about a 2-bucket system because the grit is gone after that first foaming and that rinse. And so now we're just dealing with traffic film. And yeah, it might be kind of nasty and you might be like, you're a hack. But if I keep dunking this and I've foamed and I've rinsed, I feel really good about the process. Now, at the time of recording, the perfectly safe brush is not back in stock, but we hope it's back in stock soon. Of course, you'll be able to find it on thehouseofrags.com. And so if you do, and it's still in stock, I'm telling you guys, it goes out of stock quickly for a reason. People love this thing. The perfectly safe brush is safe, and it makes washing your car so easy. Like these upper panels, I don't have to open a door to get closer to the center. I don't have to do half of the roof at the same time. I'm just doing it as we go. I've got a neutral soap in my bucket. And so the whole idea is here, yeah, I have an acid there, but I'm also using this pH neutral soap to neutralize the acid. Oh my gosh. If you have not washed with the perfectly safe brush, folks, what are you waiting for? It is so easy. And I want my brush sopping wet. You know, when we talk about rinseless wash, it's on the verge of dripping. I want to get my suds super sudsy before I hit a panel. So don't worry about sopping wet. That's the idea here. And then after every panel, I dip the brush just for safety. I'm putting no pressure whatsoever. It actually does a great job of getting in and around handles. And where this brush really shines, I'm not gonna bend my back at all. I'm gonna use no pressure. Look at that. The lowers are an absolute breeze. If you're on a panel where you don't want as much broom handle, you got the collapsible handle, you just make it shorter, right? So it just makes washing, dare I say, easy and fun. One of my favorite things to do is grab your wash bucket, then just grab your DIY detail wheel and body brush. And once you're done with the wash section, you just go ahead, get your brush all lubed up, and I'm just gonna make quick work. I don't like to do barrels. Sometimes on my own car, I'm a little lazy. So I just wanna hit the wheel faces really fast. Boom, just like that. We let the iron remover do a little bit of the work for us. And we'll just get a nice wash that way. Then we'll be ready to rinse at the end. You can start at the valve stem, or you can start at midnight. The DIY detail wheel and body brush, safe on obviously your surfaces of your wheel, which is most of the time just clear coat, just like your actual paint. Or you can start at midnight and go clockwise, but I kind of like the valve stem. It just makes a little more sense to me. So really quickly, I only want to rinse this car once, but I'm going to rinse the wheels first. I just washed them, and I'm going to do a quick rinse, and then I'm going to hit them with quick beads and just give that a little bit of dwell time, and then rinse that off. You're going to see the water beads appear. They'll be nice and protected, easy to dry. I'm going to take care of that now, so I have nice and protected, easy wheels from here on out. You see those nice beads on the wheels now? That's what we're talking about. Okay, so I'm just about out of water, and I think I got most of this rinsed off. And we're seeing a big improvement in hydrophobic. It's not as if I just actually clayed this with the decon towel and iron remover, but you can see the way that some of the hydrophobics have snapped back. Now, this could be some kind of comment on the lash protection products that I've put on there, right? I stack all kinds of weird things on here. But from going from no hydrophobics to legitimately having some beading on the panel, and look at the windows, that's a lot more hydrophobic. You're seeing just kind of microscopic hydrophobics there. And we just mean water beading there on the paint. It's not perfect. It's not as if I just polished and ceramic coated and it's like, whoa, look at those crazy water beads. But we're seeing a lot of hydrophobics bounce back, and we know what we've done here. We know we have removed a lot of those minerals, and we've removed what the alkaline takes off. We've gotten rid of the grit, the traffic film, the oils, and there just is some hydrophobic properties returned. That's part of the fun and the effectiveness of kind of this high to low pH wash. And now you guys, let's have fun. We have the weapon of mass drying from thehouseofrags.com. Bum, bum, bum. Check out this massive drying towel. Holy cow, this looks amazing. Premium microfiber straight from South Korea. We're gonna use none other than Pan, I believe it's version 2, spray sealant. Ceramic spray sealant from Clean by Pan. You know, one of the fun things about this channel and the House of Rags, let me do this, Nick at Night, you guys love seeing me use other brands' products. So from what I remember about Pan ceramic spray sealant, you do not want to use a lot of products. So I just did 2 sprays on this hood. Look at how quickly the weapon of mass drying dries this hood. Are you looking at this? 2 sprays. Wow, just like that. That's awesome. That was efficient, quick drying. It just soaked up the water like crazy. That was impressive. I'll do a spray on the windshield for nice hydrophobics on the windshield. I'll do 1 spray per panel. Pan, I really like the smell of your ceramic sealant. Is that like watermelon Jolly Ranchers or something? Gosh, that smells good. All right, we're gonna do 1 spray there, 1 spray there. We're out of direct sunlight. 1, 1, 1, 1. I'll be judicious. I won't be crazy. I'm not a madman. All right. Do the hood, the roof, Can't even remember if I've done the roof. The light turns on. I get a little wild, guys. The red light. All right. What a breeze to dry, what a nice smell. The paint does feel decontaminated, even though we didn't use a decon towel. It does feel like very clean. You know how we always say on the DIY Detail channel, when your paint is decontaminated, it's easier to dry? That's the way this paint actually feels. Like, it does feel legitimately like it got deep cleaned. And if there's one thing I remember about the last time I used Pan's ceramic spray sealant, it was less is more. And it left just like an incredible gloss. And I'm really loving the gloss on this paint right now. The weapon of mass drying just soaks up all of the standing water with ease. Like, I'm not worried about, do I need to dry this side and then flip the towel? It just feels like this thing is ready to rock and roll and keep drying for me. Boy, if you are wondering which drying towel to get, I obviously love the drying blanket from DIY Detail, but you are not gonna go wrong with the weapon of mass drying. This thing is a beast. It just soaks up all this remaining water. Are you guys seeing the gloss that I'm seeing? It's pretty wild. I would say for smell and for gloss, just initial no performance testing, Pan ceramic sealant is a surefire yes. So again, you can find all these products on thehouseofrags.com. Use promo code NICKATNIGHT to save yourself 10%. That includes Pan, that includes House of Rags, that includes DIY Detail. We always talk about a DIY Detail. Towel dry first. That's actually a part of the cleaning process because your water's hard. And if you just blow all the water off, inevitably some of those minerals are gonna dry with the water into your paint. We wanted to towel remove everything we could, and now I'm gonna finally do a final blow just to get rid of any drips, nooks, crannies. I've got the drip catcher, of course, here. I could have put that one on earlier because I already see a drip there. We'll catch that with the final drying. But again, do your blow drying last before that final wipe down. And after a little bit of DIY Detail tire lotion, the results speak for themselves. So many ways to wash a car. I really enjoyed the high-low system from Detail Co. Pan ceramic sealant is the bomb. My Subaru looks amazing. We're almost 10 years and 280,000 miles in on this Subaru legacy. And knock on wood, she's a winter beast. She's still going strong. Save 10% at the House of Rags, subscribe to the channel, use promo code NICKATNIGHT to get this package and have a great time in your garage this winter. Give this video some hype points and just have fun detailing. Thank you so much for watching.